He knew of the criticism and believed it to be unjust. Now, as he rode toward Salem to join his command, an opportunity lay ahead of him, not to the west, but to the east. Not long into the morning of June 25th, shielded by the night, Stuart led his veteran troopers on a road familiar not for its landmarks, but for where it led. Within hours he would face a fateful decision. The course he chose shaped events in a campaign that climaxed at Gettysburg. His choice has become central to history's judgment of him as a man and as a soldier. James Ewell Brown Stuart was born at Laurel Hill, Patrick County, Virginia, at 11:30 p.m., Wednesday, February 6, 1833, the fourth son and eighth child of Archibald and Elizabeth Pennell Stuart. The parents named their new son for Judge James Ewell Brown, the husband of Archibald's sister, Anne Dabney Stuart Brown. Family members and childhood friends called the boy James, Jim, or Jimmy. The Stuarts were Scotch-Irish and had lived in Virginia for nearly a century at the time of James's birth. His great-great-grandfather and his father's namesake, Archibald Stuart, had emigrated from Londonderry to Pennsylvania in 1726. A Presbyterian, Archibald had helped in fomenting a rebellion against authorities who were persecuting members of the church. Charged with treason, he left his wife, Janet, and two children and fled to America. Janet and the children joined him several years later, and in 1738 the family settled in Augusta County, Virginia. The couple had two more children, including a second son, Alexander, born in 1733 or 1734. Alexander Stuart, James's great-grandfather, lived his entire life in the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia. During the American Revolution, Stuart served as a major in a militia regiment, commanded by Colonel Samuel McDowell. At Guilford Courthouse, North Carolina, on March 15, 1781, Stuart led the regiment in the fighting, fell wounded, and was captured. Released after 6 months in captivity, he returned to Augusta County in the Valley. Major Stuart was married 3 times, widowed twice. His second wife, Mary Moore Paxton, bore him a son and namesake, Alexander, born on May 11, 1770. According to a letter written by Flora Cook Stuart, James's future wife, it was this third generation of Stuarts in America who changed the spelling of their surname from Stewart to Stuart. Her statement has not been verified by other accounts. The second Alexander Stuart, James's grandfather, had a distinguished career in the law and politics as a federal and state jurist in Illinois and Missouri. Like his father, Judge Stuart was widowed twice and had 3 wives. His first wife was Nancy Ann Dabney, whose kinfolk included Thomas Jefferson, John Marshall, and the Lee family. Alexander and Nancy had 2 children, Archibald, born December 2, 1795, and Anne Dabney, born in 1798. Nancy Stuart probably died from complications in the birth of her daughter, a common occurrence in that era, as Alexander remarried in June 1800. While on a visit to Virginia, he died in Staunton on December 9, 1832, less than 2 months before the birth of his famous grandson. It would appear that the judge's 2 children remained in Virginia with a stepmother or relatives when he moved to the West. Archibald Stuart, James's father, followed his father in the legal profession and politics. After serving in an artillery unit in the War of 1812, Archibald studied law and opened a practice in Campbell County. Described by local folks as a hell of a fellow, Arch, as he was known, enjoyed the conviviality of company and alcoholic drink. Gifted with a